58. Lebanon had the ball 8 minutes. Virginia High 4 minutes. Again, not a lot happening in that third quarter. Michael Bradley had a touchdown pass early in the third. 21-yarder to Geisler. That's it in the second half so far. This time Bradley up near the 50, cuts back. Actually, this is Richard who's come into the ball game. He's down at the 40, inside the 40, to the 38-yard line. Gage Richard, the backup quarterback there, coming in as they subbed out Bradley and brought in Richard for his first snap of the afternoon. And he runs it off to the left side for close to 12 yards, first down. So back-to-back gains of 10 or more yards for the Cats, and they're going to leave Richard in with Gobble in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers to each side, working right to left across the field. Handoff to Gobble, and he's swallowed up in the backfield. Good tackle there. Closing down on it is Wall again. Brady Wall Jr. coming in to make the tackle in the backfield. Lost 2 yards back to the 40.
Yeah, and it was just nice to see some of these guys get some reps who normally don't get any. You know, Dylan?
Yeah, you definitely want to get these guys game reps, and it's even bigger to get them against the district opponent at home in front of a good crowd here at Virginia High. And, you know, you always, whenever you're coming off a loss like last week and a game that, you know, at halftime 31-7, so to get back out in front and be as ahead as you were at half of this one, it definitely made things easy. Quick screen off to the right side, down past the sticks for the first 15-yard gain inside the 25. First down Bearcats, as that was Hunter Wright on the reception. So he's coming through here in the second half. Hunter Wright out there in that far right top of the field there as a wide receiver. Caught the screen and took it for 15 yards. First and 10 as they're at the 23-yard line. Right hash, fake the handoff. They'll take it straight up the middle. Richard will. Short gain, maybe 3. To the outside of the 20, near the red zone. 8:44 and counting left in the ballgame. Cats led 41-6 at the half in this one. Now lead 48-6. Almost at the midway point here in the fourth quarter. Getting the play call in from the sideline, and this is good rep-wise for these backup guys to come in and get some play calls from the sideline in a game situation from Coach Ambergy. As here's the snap. Quick screen off to the right side again. Good pass from Richard. Flag on the play as they hit him out of bounds. Right near the sticks.
I think they called a hold, but I don't think they marked it. I don't think they called the hit out of bounds.
Yeah, the hit was close out of bounds. He was kind of tiptoeing there trying to get to the sticks. So there is a holding call on the Bearcats, so we'll see where they mark it. It would have been a gain of close to 5. Close to the first, it would have brought up a 3rd down and 2. Instead, it's going to be 2nd and long as they're going to push them back here as Lebanon accepts the penalty.
6 penalties this game still.
Crowd still hanging around here at the stadium. I'm sure as well as we play tonight, the crowd would love to just sit here, and we'll just invite Marion. They were off last week. Take them on later on tonight. What do you think? You're not ready for that one yet?
No, I think I'm ready to go home, take a little nap.
There's a snap, fake handoff. Richard taking it right up the middle, weaves past the ref and a defender, up past the sticks for the first down, inside the 10-yard line. First down, Cats. 2nd down and 17, and he broke loose for close to 25 yards there. Richard right up the middle on the keeper. What a game there.
Good job by Gage Richard.
One of the younger guys on this team.
Let that move on the ref.
Yeah, he had to juke past the ref, and the ref actually with a key block there, blocking one of the linebackers for Lebanon as it's 1st and goal Cats, 7:12 on the clock. Timeout, actually a flag down as one too many players on the field for Lebanon, and it was Logan Smith, the safety that was out there on the field, and he shouldn't have been. Of course, you can't hold it against him. He's the quarterback. He's been out there all game long. Why would he not think he would have to be off the field? So he's off the field now, so he's getting a break, but he must not have wanted it as he stayed out there, and that'll be a penalty and half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal, ball sitting at the 3-yard line. Richard from the shotgun, fake the handoff, power run straight up the middle. Lowers the shoulder, and he's into the end zone. Gage Richard, touchdown. Virginia High. Coach Christ pointing with one finger, and we're going to try to kick the extra point up 54-6 now. It's Gage Richard. 6:29 on the clock. Runs it in from 3 yards out. The sideline erupted, too.
I mean, yeah, you gotta love it. I mean, these guys are going to be up 2 scores on Lebanon's first team, 14-0. I mean, they've earned their workload, and they're doing a great job with it.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up, high kick, and it's good right down the middle between the uprights, and 55-6. Now the score is Failer boots that one through. 6:29 to go in the ball game, and that was a drive that went 6 minutes and 29 seconds. So,
with the time on the clock.
Wow, isn't that odd? Who would have thought that? What a coincidence. 25 yards and a touchdown for the Bearcats. Of course, they took over on the 25 after a failed 4th down conversion for the Lebanon Pioneers, and ends up being 7 points. Gage Richard, touchdown run, his first of the season. And we don't have the stats, but I would assume that was probably his first varsity touchdown ever, as far as from my statistics.
Ever's a tough word.
He's just a sophomore, though.
That's a big word to say, though.
Ever is bold, but I'm gonna make the bet. The way the sideline reacted, I'm gonna go with it. We'll ask Coach Chris after, but I'm going to set my.
Yeah.
It's hard to get stats in high school football. I don't think people realize how hard it is to.
We do a lot of
dig
digging.
Up some stats.
We do a lot of digging here,
especially for opposing teams. That's where it gets tough each week.
Yeah, we can barely get a roster each week.
Yeah, but Coach Chris, the Huddle account helps us out a lot.
Coach Hutton.
Yeah, the account has my name, Coach Hutton, on there. So touchdown there for the Cats. 55-6 the score, and new kicker out there on the field. Can't get a number from here, but we'll get it to you after the kick. Brought to you by State Line Motors. Little short kick out to the 35. Not much on the return. He gets it to the 40. 34 or 30 kicked it off there. Karstner, kicked it, I believe. I'm not exactly sure.
I thought 18 kicked it, but we don't have an 18, so yeah.
Of course, there's a 30 down there, and there's not a 30 on my roster, so mystery player might have kicked that one. I'm not exactly sure.
We'll
just sort of wing it.
Question mark.
6 minutes as the clock starts. 1st and 10, Lebanon from the 40-yard line, their own 40. On the right hash, snap, handoff right side. This is Bostic. Brought down after a gain of close to 6 yards. Good run there by Bostic. Built kind of low to the ground, wide shoulders, just kind of toes the load when he takes the ball.
And, we mentioned the field position for Virginia High all night, but that was with 5 minutes or 6 minutes left in the game. That's Lebanon's best field position at the 40-yard line.
5:34 to go in the ball game. And right here, if you're Lebanon, try to build a drive together where you feel a little better going into next week's game. Next week they host Richlands, a 7 o'clock kick, and that one is this one coming off the edge, a big hit back to up to the 45-yard line and
guys
down
making
on
this
the
case
field.
For some more PT.
Yeah, guys are coming off laying the wood there. It was a little slow to get up there was Casey White, who's now taken over at quarterback for the Pioneers for this possession. It's 3rd down and 4, so probably the last we saw of Smith tonight. 4:50 on the clock. Yeah, Lebanon snapped a 5-game losing streak last week with a 7-0 win over Castlewood, but tonight overpowered by the Cats. There's a snap, counter run right up the middle. He's got some room. He gets the 1st down out past the 50, down at the 46-yard line. Good run from Bostic there. Bostic had a couple of key runs in the ball game last week, the game against Castlewood, as the fullback for Lebanon. A lot on these older guys in this Lebanon system. This whole season, you start the year really, really hopeful, and then things kind of turn around. Seth Stanley, junior running back and linebacker, had an ACL tear. First 4 games, he had over 700 yards rushing. So that really hurt this team in the early going. And They've lost 4 other two-way upperclassmen starters so far on the year, and this is another sack off the edge as the Cats get to him. Trey Moore and Geisler there to get to him and wrap him up. They don't bring him down. They blow it dead, and loss of 6 on the sack.
And a great job by Geisler again, getting back in the backfield.
And that'll bring up second down. Ball back at the 49-yard line. They have to get it across the 50 all the way to the 36-yard line to get the first. Yeah,
No,
just crashing the party, both of them.
He's saying, Coach Chris, look at me, look at me.
Both these guys really coming out tonight. Really everybody. This has been a total team effort this afternoon from the Cats, and individually some really good nights, but all together just the team playing well. Shotgun on the second snap here. They're going to roll out. Quick hitter off to the left side. Got close to 5 on the catch, then took it out another 4 or 5. Gain of close to 8 yards, maybe 9. Brings up third down and 6. Good little quick hitter there on the pass. But, yeah, Seth Stanley getting hurt early in the year for Lebanon. That really hurt the team's chances. They opened up the season with a big win over Honaker, 41-16. That's one of the bigger games of the year in Southwest Virginia. But offensively, ever since that injury, they've been hindered. Only 13 points a game coming in. They've been held below that tonight. Quick screen. This one off to the left side, right at the line of scrimmage. Another good one-on-one tackle out on the edge. This time Gage Richard and a few others there, but Richard, I think, the first one to get there to hold it up. Also Moore there on the tackle. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the ball game.
Looks like they're going to go for it here. Why wouldn't you,
Yeah, sitting at the 41-yard line. Got to get it down to the 36 to keep the ball if you're Lebanon. Fourth down. Here's a snap from the shotgun. Hand off to Bostic right up the middle, and he breaks through. Good blocking up front by that Lebanon offensive line, and he gets the first down on 4th. 1st and 10 Lebanon as they'll keep the ball here for the remainder of the ball game. They get it down to the 31-yard line, so got the first and then some. The thing about Lebanon, though, they haven't quit tonight. They've kept powering along, and they had cut this game to 13-6 at one point.
There's all Cats after that.
Then the Cats have just powered back. A little pull there of the tackle. Now they're going to try to run it off to the left side. Another big hit there. This time looked like Trey Moore in there to lay the wood down on the motion guy. That run attempt. 50 seconds left in the ball game. 2nd down and 9. Ball sitting on the 31. Probably looking at the last snap here of the contest. Just pulling back out for looks like what could be the final snap. Casey White from the shotgun. Cat defense trying to hold. Here's a snap. This time just a straight run off the right side by White, and he's met there. Good tackle one-on-one by Joseph Kennedy coming out of that linebacker spot.
They got 20 seconds left.
20 seconds left. Let's see if Coach Webb wants to try to snap it one more time. He's heading toward the 50, so it looks like they're just going to kill it.
Yeah, he's motioning.
Yeah, the team walking off the field. 10 seconds on the clock. And this is going to be a big win for the Cats. A wide margin of victory. 55-6. They defeat the Lebanon Pioneers tonight for their 6th win of the year, their 2nd district win of the year. They moved to 6-2 on the year, 2-1 in the Southwest District. Lebanon falls to 2-6 and 0-3 in the district. For Coach Christ, he moves that career record up to 23-30 in his 5th season. Try to build on this win with another one next week as Marion heads to town for a big-time showdown here in Bristol. So it'll be an exciting game next week. Cats shaking hands now with the Pioneers, and well-played game for Virginia High. Not a lot to shake your head about tonight as they led big at the half, and it was 41-6 at half, and they scored another 2 touchdowns there in the second half of action, 1 in each quarter. And we'll have a game recap coming up in the Shoney's post-game show coming up in just a few minutes. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back for the Shoney's post-game report here on Bearcat Radio. 55-6, the final from Bristol.
Bearcat Radio is brought to you by State Line.